Welcome once again to all the practitioners of holistic art of Dugukan. Anywhere in the world, its practitioner in its chapter, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, also outside their country. My warmest regards, and another day for our live conference. And this live conference is intended for distant divine energy healing. So, welcome everyone, and I'm hoping you're doing well and everything is going fine over there, wherever you are. And this live conference will welcome everyone to participate, and we are here live at the site, southern part of Cebu. More power and prepare your glass of water, and we are going to include the blessings of your water, making the water living water of life that can cleanse up negative energy contaminations or heal illnesses. More power as this is our Oneness with all the stars. I welcome everyone in our live conference. And today is good energy, and I hope you can connect with energies. And we are here right at the site, the place where there are always online drill for angels contact and connection, and practitioners of art of life 172 are connecting with the angels of the supreme light. They are watching the angels of the supreme light by their naked eyes, and they are doing also their divine healing, energy healing, healut healing, and likewise the martial arts. So I welcome everyone in our live conference, and as we go forward in our discussion of the holistic art of Dugukan, I'll welcome any interactions in our live conference so we can make this live conference really alive, because we are participating, and do not hesitate to ask questions pertaining to the activities of this group, as the advocacy of this group is to share with you the lessons of divine illumination, so helping the ascension of life and to higher dimension in the way of holistic arts, the way we can develop good energies, substantive energies for the body, mind, soul, and spirit. And there is system of holistic art that we are sharing to the brothers and sisters, and that is Art of Life 172, internal energy cultivation. And people practicing the said arts are enhancing their energies. They develop their body, mind, soul, and spirit, and doing the exercise the natural way of healing is really healing itself. And many people are healed because of the exercise. They are doing the exercise, balancing their energies, and naturally, because they are doing the exercise, and the very essence of the exercise is to balance your energy and to activate the energies. And within the physical body are energies. Most of that energies are dormant, it's sleeping within, and it needs to be exercised to activate the substantive energies, the vital force. And by doing the exercise and the holistic arts, and you can activate your vital force, and that would be very advantage for the health, because you can really boost your powerful immune system. And not just only powerful immune system, you can boost your magnetic force in the physical body, and by the power of your energy there in your physical body activating, you can drive energy healing. And even though to the point you can drive out bad spirits possessing the physical body. That's in the case of exorcism. So the education of vital force would have many functions in our lives. So let's get to know more about vital force, divine connection with the angels of the Most High. So I'll welcome everyone in this live conference, and joining with us right now, Benji Estorco.
Good afternoon, GMPS 172.
Yes, Benji, more power to you. And also Roger Bagasbas Paranyal.
Magandang hapon.
Yes, magandang hapon sa'yo, Roger. More power. And also, Haliging Rice Fire.
Maayong hapon SGMPS 172 watching this live broadcast from Manila chapter.
Yes, Haliging Rice Fire. Magandang hapon sa'yo. More power. O sa lahat ng mga kaibigan, mga kasamahan natin dyan sa Manila, magandang araw sa inyong lahat dyan. Okay, so prepare your glass of water. We are going to include the blessings of your water and this distant divine healing transmission. And what would be the good topic we are going to discuss today? As we are always highlighting the mysterious lights manifesting the skies, and we refer to the Supreme Superlight angels and their connections in our lives would have vital connections for our ascension of life into higher dimension. So the lesson is ascension of life into higher dimension, and in religious term, that is eternal salvation of life. And people, because of the trials of our lives here in the planet, and we look for the solutions of our problems, and we resort into our faith, believing there is God that will help us. Well, indeed, that's really good because we are connecting our consciousness with the divine guidance, the divine support. And here is now the bridging of the divine radiance of the Supreme Master of Heaven, Supreme Superlight angels we're in. If we are going to align our consciousness with what's going on and the planetary ascension or the expansion of universal consciousness right now, and we have the data to begin with our inner discovery. So the inner discovery will lead us into higher knowledge because we can ask many questions. What are those mysterious lights manifesting the skies? Are they really unidentified flying objects? Advanced technologies of the extraterrestrials or the advanced technologies of the planet, or what else? And any of the belief we can rely our trust that those are the things that let's say those are advanced technology, or those are part of the mystery wherein it will help us in our salvation of life. It will help the people or the entire humanity to be saved from the total destruction, and all those reasonings, and with the lessons that we are going to practice in the holistic art of Dugukan, we are not going to guess who are those, what are those mysterious lights manifesting in the skies, because this is actually actual art of inner discovery. So when you are going to perform your exercises, especially the 7 steps of inner discovery or spiritual growth, will lead you into the realization of the deeper meaning of life. On the other side of the coin, we can see the wider picture of the eternal light of absolute truth by actual experience. So experience will teach us the deeper meaning of ultimate truth of life. And do your Art of Life 172 in the actual exercise. And with that, you will be given more opportunity by the universe. The universe will provide you more data to begin with your inner discovery and listen deep within yourself, and to hear the voice of the greatest beyond. You can hear the voices of the greatest beyond when you are going to listen deep within yourself. And that is the illustration of the kingdom of God is within you. So if the kingdom of God is within us, therefore the doors of the kingdom of God is also within us. So the doors of the kingdom of God are also within us, and we must open the doors for that kingdom of God so we can enter into the kingdom of God. So let's get to know more about the bridging of divine radiance of the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Shepherd, angels, by following the commandments of good health. Why following the commandments of good health? Because eternal salvation of life, religious term, will demand the physical body to be saved. And that's why we take good care of our physical body. The time we have illnesses, we have to heal the illnesses that we have. And how are we going to heal the illnesses that we have? So look for the experts. The expert will know how you are going to heal your problems in your physical body. If it is the problem in the material side, look for the physician and look for the divine healers or energy healers and practice energy healing. Why are you going to practice energy healing? Because the most powerful foundation of the physical body is energy. And then from the word energy, when you are going to practice energy, you are going to insulate your entire cell of the physical body with substantive energy, and that substantive energy will develop your cell, will develop your body, mind, soul, and spirit, and you'll have bigger opportunity to really ascend life in the higher dimension. Of course, we need the connection of advanced spiritual study. And then for the connection of the advanced spiritual study, that's the thing that we are going to talk right now. So let's begin with the Art of Life 172. And there are two paths of life we are going to distinguish in our lives here in this planet. First is the Art of Life, and the second is the Art of Distraction. Which of this path we are going to choose in our journey of life, the Art of Life or the Art of Distraction? And this will depend on our soul realization, also the opening up of our heart wisdom. And let's get to know more about all these things as we go forward in our holistic art. And welcome everyone in this live conference. And joining right now is Anne of Bethlehem, the Paradise Resort, northern part of Cebu. Nice to see you here, Anne, in our live conference.
Good afternoon, SGMPS 172. Watching you at Bethlehem, the Paradise Chapter, Maravilla, Tabuelan, Northern Cebu. Good afternoon to all Dugukan stars.
Yes, good afternoon to you, Anne. More power to you, always in our oneness with all the stars. Regards to you sa tanan nato mga kaigalaan diya. Also joining with us, Marisol Adventina Villegas.
Canlaon City, Negros Occidental. Good afternoon, SGMPS 172.
Yes, Marisol, regards sa atong mga kaigalaan diya sa Canlaon City, more power. And also Marivic Rami, India Chapter.
Magandang hapon po, SGMPS 172, and to all fellow Dugukan stars, more power.
Yes,
Regards.
magandang hapon sa iyo, Brami, sa lahat ng mga taga India Chapter. Nasana kayong lahat yan, nasa mabuting kalagayan with much vigor of the spirit, more power. And kamangyan ka rin.
Maayong hapon, GM. Daghang gyud kaayo salamat.
Yes, kamangyan ka rin, regards sa atong mga kagalaan diya sa Cordoba, more power. And also Divina Rubens Blaine.
Topic: Fairies, Aliens, Demons, Elementals function on the planetary ascension. Are they here also to help on the process, or are they here to cause destruction?
Wow, really nice question introduction from you, Divina Rubens Blaine. Sending to you my warmest regards. And yes, the lives associated with nature, we are elementals as well with the physical body, and also the souls are elementals associated with the subjective part of the nature, and including the bad spirits and the demons. They are all part of the lives associated with the elemental formations, and that's why there are good elementals, there are bad elementals, and we are in the good side, good elementals, and be careful with the bad elementals or the negative spirits because they are destructive to life. And yes, everybody is working for the ascension of life into higher dimension, and that's why a sort of soul realization that we are going to realize that which way of this path we are going to walk our life, in the art of life or in the art of distraction. Without the art of distraction, then there would be no screening point for the people who are choosing in the art of life, because we are learning because of the experience. We are overcoming the negative vibrations because there are negative energies, there are negative vibrations. So everybody is helping for the ascension of life into higher dimension. There are those in this path of life wherein without this path of life and then there is no equilibrium. So I would say everybody is helping the path or helping to ascend life into higher dimension. If you're someone really strong enough to overcome the trials of your life, to topple down the bad spirits, the demons, negative elementals, and you can help suppress them so they could not do any longer violent acts against life and nature, and then that would be a very good contribution you have done to usher the ascension of life into higher dimension. And as I'm saying that the mission is to protect the treasures of light, and how you are going to protect the treasures of light, we must first determine what's the treasure of light, and the treasure of light is life itself. And I say everybody is helping for the ascension of life into higher dimension, even the demons, the bad spirits, because they are going to try the people of light, and because of them people of light will become stronger and stronger, because there is always conflicting energies, fighting energies, and the sort of training. And that's why everybody is within the principle of spiritual martial arts. Without spiritual martial arts, and we cannot survive. We cannot also topple down the human weaknesses and blinding ignorance, because every existence of life in the multi-dimensional level of existence is within the principle of spiritual martial arts. And then if there is no negative, there would be no positive as well. That's why this is actually the illustration of the polarity of the universe, the multi-dimensional level of existence. Really nice question from you. In a way, Divina Rubens Blaine. That's why I enjoy when you join the conference, because there are topics that can also ignite my awareness, so I can also see the picture of all these things and share with our brothers and sisters. More power with you. Always in our One is with all the stars, and this live conference is intended for energy healing, the stand energy healing, and also sharing the divine connection of the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Super Light, angels. So anybody wishing to become energy healer, and it's easier by this time because of the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Super Light, angels, divine connection. So we are sharing the divine connection, and through this way live conference, as simple as you are going to connect your thought, and the way you are going to connect your thought, open up your heart, open up your mind, and you will have your divine connection to begin with your energy healing. Just begin with a simple self-healing, and included in the energy that we are going to send to you from the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Super Light, and just through this live program is your powerful shielding. The powerful shielding from the bridging of the divine radiance of the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Super Light, angels. Is it possible? We are not just joking. And I say that you can connect with the divine radiance of the Supreme Master, and you can do your energy healing as well. We are not joking. I'm really telling you the truth that you can connect. And if you are going to open up your heart, because the Supreme Master of Wisdom is telling me to do it in this way. So that's it. So we need to open up your heart. We need to open up our hearts and our mind, and we can receive a line and a dab. So that's why we have a very clear formula. The formula: receive, align, and adapt. So RAA, receive, align, and adapt. And when you are going to receive, open up your heart, open up your mind, and you are going to receive the divine connection of the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Super Light, angels, the Holy Infinita, wherein you can begin your energy healing, self-healing. And not just only self-healing, you can also begin sharing your energy healing to your friends, the people around you, or to anybody that will come to you for divine healing. Okay, so welcome everyone, and I hope you are doing well, and with much vigor of the spirit and more power anyone, and do not hesitate to ask question. My pleasure as well to share with you my information, my experience, my knowledge, and the wisdom of the Most High given to us, given to me, as this is really vital lessons that we are going to share with the brothers and sisters of the entire planet, So that's my reason why I would say we don't have enemy, even we are coming from the different beliefs, cultures, or religion, and we are having our oneness with all the stars. We are brothers and sisters in the eye of the eternal truth of the Supreme Infinite. And let's begin to journey into the world of inner experience. And we will see what we can do and how we are going to ascend, truly ascending our life's ascension. We are truly ascend into higher dimension. So the truth will set us free. More power, everyone. And always hoping that you're doing well and everything is really going fine over there. Okay, so joining with us right now, Ingmat Ramon Hernais, more power to you.
Mayong hapon, SGM.
Yes, Ingmat Ramon, mayong hapon. And anybody wishing to know more about the activities of the group, you can visit our website www.enercordugukan.com. And anybody who would like to have the copy of the book, you can download the book of Dugukan, the Watch the Divine Revelation, and begin your lessons of Art of Life 172. It's really important, and how you are going to enhance your divine connection with the angels of the Most High. How you are going to enhance your divine connection with the Most High. So, Art of Life 172. Participate the light service working activities usher the ascension of life into higher dimension. So by ushering the ascension of life into higher dimension, and you can use your art of life. So when you have your art of life, it means to say that you have the divine connection of the angels of the Most High, wherein in the package of your sharings of the lessons, you will have your divine connection of these angels that we are talking right here, and people can discern of what's the truth that you would like to share with them. We'll just begin with the knowledge, because knowledge is actually vital in everything that we are doing. If we have the no knowledge, by the way, it's really difficult to enlighten someone wherein we lack of the knowledge about the subject that we would like to share with them. So let's begin with the holistic art. And it's globally accepted that exercise is really good for the health. And the scientists, the physicians, and everybody in the education accepted that exercise is really good for the health. And it can prolong our life if we are doing our exercise compared to people without exercise. So that's why we have the wellness. We have wellness centers, and people would have wellness centers, and they will work out for their wellness as well, because everybody believe that doing good exercise will really develop the body, mind, soul, and spirit. And we have healthy body because we are having our physical fitness. We have a good diet. We have meditations, and we have divine connection, devotions, and all these things. So the exercises that we are going to apply are really nice, because it will bring us into spiritual nourishment, because we have knowledge and we have the wisdom. Okay, so more power, everyone. And then from Maribik.
Can these aliens feel our energies po, SGM?
Yes, they can also perceive our energies like us. We are perceiving energies from external environment, from the different sources, and let's just put it in our mind. There are good people, and there are also bad people. Like us, we are in the human sectors, and there are people who are good, and there are also people who are not good. And that's why the same with the different sources of the frequencies. So that's why I'm saying that we should have powerful shielding right now by this time, and we are going to share with our brothers and sisters the tips or the procedures how they are going to protect themselves against negative signals, because once we are receiving negative signals, then the consequence also for by receiving negative signals would be negative as well. So let's avoid bad lucks because we are receiving negative signals from the negative source, and it should be positive signals. And where are we going to receive positive signals? It's just right there from the Supreme Super Light angels, from the angels of the Most High, because they are present and with us and with you wherever you are. When you connect your consciousness, your heart to the presence of the angels of the Most High. And that's why we have our precise guardian angel and spiritual master. You have your precise guardian angel and spiritual master, and the way you are going to connect and activate your spiritual awareness with the presence of your guardian angel and your spiritual master, and then the more divine guidance that you will receive from the divine source. Okay, really nice question from you, Maribik. More power. And joining with us right now, Igmat Jimaisa Ristaro. And really nice, everybody is joining, and I'm welcoming everyone, the newcomers as well. When you are going to join this live conference, and this live conference is intended to share with you lessons of Art of Life 172, lessons of energy healing, divine healing, and more of this topics concerning divine illumination. And message from Igmat Jimaisa Ristaro. Good, yes, beautiful and wonderful afternoon watching in southern Cebu, Philippines. Hot afternoon, but dark clouds. No sign of rains, but energy is strong. Good afternoon, SGMPS 172, and to everyone. Yes, Igmat Jimaisa Ristaro. Yes, good energy today. They're really strong energy. And the activation of advanced energies are going on. So receive, align, and adapt. Do not forget our formula, receive, align, and adapt. And that's my effort as well to online in this conference. So I can share with you the update also of the activities of Dugukan pertaining to the What's a Divine Revelation. The activities are going on, and as usual, the angels of the Most High, Supreme Super Light angels are manifesting, passing the lesson, extending the lessons for the entire humanity for spiritual awakening. By this time, so many people are focused on the material things and forgetting the spiritual foundation. So it's time to wake up also our realization for the things that will really matter in our lives, which are spiritual things, spiritual connections, and that we can sum up spiritual foundation. So if we're looking for the most powerful protection that we can attain in our lives here in the planet, and yes, the basic would be the basic needs. What are the basic needs? Food, shelter, clothing, and there are our basic needs. And then after that, the higher or the highest foundation of our lives here in the planet. And then for the higher foundation, our divine connection with the angels. And why higher? Because there are two kinds of angels that we are having our vital connection, that we are going to ascend. Because of that divine connection, we can ascend life into higher dimension. Our divine connection with the advanced elemental foundation, and they are the angels of super light body formation. So we can activate our divine connection with the angels. That's why we are someone invoking the name of Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, Metatron, and those are the angels of the advanced elemental foundation, and the highest, and then the super light body of that angel, the super light body of the Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel. So they have their super light, supreme super light body. That's why there are advanced inner realm, and there are also the grand inner realm. And then the grand inner realm, after the grand inner realm, the highest of the grand inner realm is the supreme grand inner realm. And in the What's the Divine Revelation, we are sharing information about the three kinds of realms, wherein the realms would have higher dimensions. So is there the point with that we can begin our inner discovery, and how we are going to do our inner discovery. Let us follow the exercises outline and the 7 steps of inner discovery or spiritual growth. First, we have to apply the ascension oil. The ascension oil is longevity and rejuvenation. When we are looking for our ascension or eternal life salvation, we have to do something for our body maintenance, and our body maintenance would include the soul level. The soul level, and the soul level, the very nature of the soul is light body, and it's not immortal by nature, it's mortal by nature, and 50% mortal and 50% immortal, so semi-immortal, the light body. So in the physical body, we have to understand that within the physical body and also outside the physical body is the light body of the soul, and then the physical body within is the soul, and outside also the body is the soul. Wherein the physical body, the entire physical body is within the territory of the soul, and within the entire soul is within the territory of the spirit, and wherein the entire spirit is within the territory of the advanced elemental foundation. So from the lower, from the high, and the higher, and the highest, and that's it. And it's quietly somehow difficult to discern these things without undergoing actual inner discovery, or in another term, without actual practical lesson. So that's why we have the exercises, because when we are going to say in the art of actual physical and spiritual fitness, so it means exercises. It's not just belief. We are not going to advocate here belief, because we have already our individual belief, and we must respect and sanctify our belief. Belief is really quietly important in our existence, because if we don't have belief, and then we are hopeless also, because we are not believing even to our very own selves. We do not believe. That's why belief is important, and we must nurture belief, and we are going to feed up our belief so that our belief will grow into powerful faith. And where can we find powerful faith? When we have enough faith as the size of the mustard seed. That is the requirement for the belief, or for the faith. And when we have the faith as if the size of the mustard seed, and that can be able to remove mountains. So it means that if we have bigger problems in our lives, we can remove it because we have enough faith. And then after having the faith, we are going to grow the faith into realization, soul realization, which is powerful than faith. It cannot only remove mountains, it can heal the entire planet. It can remove the entire planet. And that's why if everybody in the entire planet has soul realization, then the planet is healed. Definitely it will be healed on its problem, on its illness. And what's the illness of the planet right now? We have the global warming, and the consequences of the global warming, for example, violent force of nature, because it will begin the initiate the imbalances of our nature. So that's why our very mission in life, as a part of the awakening call of the Most High, for everybody to wake up life, so we can help also the healing of Divine Mother Nature. And then how are we going to help the Divine Mother Nature? The same, we must understand that in the physical body we have the energy centers, and there is vital force in the physical body. So in the physical body there is vital force. Likewise also the planet has its own vital force. And what's the vital force of the planet? And there are also energy centers of the planet. And we are going to activate the energy centers of the planet, because the healing will be given by the divine intervention of the Most High Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Superlight Angel. So that's why if you are someone practicing your art of life 172, and then you are perceptive with the energies, and there When you are at the place, you can identify the energy of the place. Is it really sad energy, low vibration? And then if it comes to low vibration, and then you can begin the healing of the place. And how are you going to help the healing of the place? You must perform angels contact and connection. And by performing angels contact and connection, you can begin the activation of the energies in the place, and the place will increase the frequency, and until the time the energy would be energized with supreme superlight energies, and then the vibrations of the entire surroundings will change from minor vibrational frequency into advanced vibrational frequency. You just imagine how many people in the entire planet doing that kind of healing. Let's say 1/3 of the entire population are familiar with angels contacts and connection. They are doing their angels contacts and connection, and then what would happen? Really increasing the energies of the surroundings, and that can really help the healing of the imbalance of nature. So it's helping life, and we cannot separate ourselves from our divine connection with Mother Nature. That's why we are not destructive to nature. We are with nature, so we will not destroy nature. And that's really important, friends, brothers, and sisters, that we are going to realize that. Anyway, these are the things that we are going to realize, and why we are having this oneness with all the stars, and why the propagation of the light working activities and pertaining to the light service, helping of life and nature, and then compared to the art of distractions, and then the art of life, and then the art of distractions are really powerful. When it comes to propagation, for example, helping the healing of art, helping the healing of life and nature. And then how many people are doing that? Not so much, because we are more on words and lesser in action. Why? Because we are just very few. And in every propagation for the noble activities of light, what is actually needed? First, logistic. Without the logistic, how can we do it? And we cannot do that because we are just few, and without the logistic, it's quite difficult. Without divine support, it's quite difficult. That's why people are always in the place we're in a situation wherein individuality is always present. Why? Because it's really difficult to really achieve oneness in the real sense, because oneness in the real sense with action is quite difficult, because it means connectivity and the giant wave of positive vibration is really intact, and we can make the big difference. So that's why if the light workers in the entire planet is united in the giant wave of positive vibrations and know the precise way how we are going to help the healing of life and nature, there's no individuality, there is synchronicity of the vibrations, and the healing of life with action is really with action, not just an inspiration and inspiring today, like what I'm doing right now. I am inspiring everyone. Do your best, because the kingdom of the heaven is coming. Then higher vibration is really working right now for the ascension of life in the higher dimension. And then that's just an inspiration. We're in the activation now of the energies, bigger energies to ascend the planet, has actually no effect to us if we do not know how we are going to receive light and adapt. It's just like exposing our physical body with the sun, and the excessive heat of the sun will burn up our skin, will destroy our skin. And getting closer with the sun, and for example, the damage of the ozone layer, and then without any more shielding from the violet rays, ultraviolet rays from the outside force, and then we will be exposed to danger. It means to say that there is something that we need to do if we are going to really help the healing of life and nature, and with application of the wisdom, and that means to say organizing, and light workers of the planet are united as a giant wave of positive vibration. Then the common goal is peace and harmony, unity. Love, peace, and harmony, unity. And how are we going to do it? Love, peace, and harmony, unity. Are we going to shout there in the street and they are going to say that peace, harmony, love, peace, and harmony, equality? No, we cannot do that. We cannot achieve peace and harmony in the street. Only noise and troubles. Why? But if we know how we are going to work out for our balance of peace and harmony deep within, and then that's it. We can attain tranquility of the heart and the mind, and we can attain soul realization. Where? There inside your room, inside that temple, inside your solitary room. So you can find peace and harmony in the sound of silence, not in the noise place wherein you cannot really find peace and harmony there. So it means to say that emptying the mind is emptying as well our desire for the things that we do not understand, only that we are rationalizing in our mind that we need this thing, although we do not understand why we need the thing. Is it eternal? It's just only temporary. And then the answer for that is just only temporary. Because the thing that will really matter in our lives by this time is soul realization. We can achieve peace and harmony. And the way to succeed, to help the brothers and sisters in the entire planet as well, so they can as well learn the lessons of art of life and not the art of distraction, is first logistic. That's number one, logistic. And the second is the divine guidance. No problem, the divine guidance. Why? Because everyone has the divine connection. You have your divine connection. You are being provided the lessons of Art of Life 172. When we are going to say there is angels contact and connection, then the angels will appear there in the sky. They are going to appear without failure. It means to say that when people are looking for the miracles, okay, here is the miracle. And what will you do with the miracles? And then we would say that time will come, there are false prophets that shall come and will create miracles, and they are false prophets and they are false Christ. We are not creating the miracles. The angels are the creators of the miracles. So it means to say we are not being the subject of that verse. Why? Because you are not the one doing the miracles. The angels of the Most High are doing the miracles as part of the divine intervention. So you are not the one, we are not the one subject for that verse. For example, that time shall come, false prophets and false Christ shall come and make the miracles to deceive the people. And who are deceived by that kind of miracles? The people who have blinding ignorance. Why? Because they are believing that people creating the miracles, they do not understand the deeper side of the meaning of the light of the infinite truth. What's the meaning of the light of the infinite truth? We are not the one creating the miracles. That's why we are not the one that will create the spiritual energy stations. The angels of the Most High will create the spiritual energy stations. We are not the one that will going to manifest this mysterious lights and become visible in the skies. The angels are responsible for their manifestations in the skies. We are not the one, because we are the ones. We are the ones that will be subject for the ascension of life into higher dimension. And how are we going to do it? For example, we are going to help our brothers and sisters to ascend life into higher dimension. How are we going to do it? First, we have the organizing. And what kind of organizing that we are going to perform? Light workers in the entire planet. There are so many people trying to pass the channeling of the higher beings, inspiring the brothers and sisters to keep up the vigor of the spirit and to do positive, so they can also catch up the point of ascending life into higher dimension. Everybody can ascend. But then again, if we are going to add the lesson, there are angels of the supreme light, and then let's welcome the angels of the supreme light, meaning let's welcome love, peace, and harmony. Because the only basis of the angels from the above for us to receive divine intervention, to receive the energies that they are bridging right now, is we can attain peace and harmony. And that's my reason why I'm saying that in the street or wherever you are, you cannot find peace and harmony when there is noise. So you can only find peace and harmony when you are silent. Why? Because you have to listen within yourself and discern what's there inside. How are you going to listen the voice of the infinite? Is by listening deep within yourself, not by listening the newspaper, listening politics, and listening all those problems, issues of the entire world. You are misled along the way because those are things that can really ruin your balance of peace and harmony. Why? Because that's not the precise way how you are going to topple down your blinding ignorance and many other human weaknesses. Is by resorting yourself in the art of life, never in the art of distraction. Okay, that's it. And that's actually the things that will really matter and how we are going to really help ourselves, and then we are going to help our loved ones, brothers and sisters, friends, and the entire humanity is by the spiritual awakening, by teaching them angels contact and connection. And how are we going to succeed the propagation of helping the brothers and sisters in the entire humanity? Organizing of our activities. And how are we going to organize our activities? Can we do it without logistic? And that's the big thing. That's why the propagation of the light working activities in the entire planet is quite difficult to succeed. Why? If we are going to look at the bigger picture, because we are not really good in business, and we are not rich, and we do have the materials. And if we have the materials, and then that's not a question, we can do it because we can finance it. But because we are not the billionaires of the world, and that's why it's quite difficult for everybody and for everyone who has the heart to really help the light working activities and to enlighten the entire planet, because it's not as easier as that. That's why we would say that there is a divine intervention, and then it's just depend on the will of someone, which path of life that someone will walk, either in the art of life or in the art of destruction. If it is in the art of life, and then receive, align, and adapt. If it is in the art of destruction, forget everything, because everybody shall return to ashes. If we came from the ashes, then we will return to ashes as well. And if we are not coming from the ashes, and then we are coming from the heaven stars, and then we shall return into the stars. And that's the truth of life. And everybody is a matter of choice. And the freedom of the will is really important. And we are going to learn the lessons of life because we have the freedom of the will. Anyway, there is no mistake at all, because if we are learning the art of life, because that's our evolution, the faith that we have. If we are learning as well in the art of distraction, because we have chosen this path of life. And these are the order of reality for the entire planet, for the entire world, for every existence of life in the mortal physical world. I am almost done with the book 2, and I hope you have the book for the book 2 so that you can begin now your study, and you can picture out the different dimensions that I'm talking. The different dimensions that I'm talking. So because right now it's really confusing, because when we are going to say fifth dimension, we are now here in the third dimension, and beyond third dimension is fourth dimension and fifth dimension, and meaning higher dimension. So there are something ambiguity for how we are going to discern higher dimension. So let's see the what's the divine revelation, how we are going to discern spiritual or higher dimensions. And I try myself to simplify the presentation so it's understandable, and you can begin also your conscious astral journey to look for that dimension and try to look at your book of life, and you will realize that how many lives reincarnation you have done and until this present time, and you will be amazed of your life's journey from the past until today, and they're really nice. You just discover it by yourself. Okay, so more power everyone, and joining with us, Shalmia Gamutan.
Maayong hapon SGMPS 172 ug sa tanan.
Yes, Shalmia, mayang hapon kanimo more power. And also, igmat jimay sa Restauro.
Beautiful and wonderful afternoon watching in southern Cebu, Philippines. Hot afternoon but with dark clouds. No sign of rains but energy is strong. Good afternoon SGMPS 172 and to everyone viewers around the globe.
Yes, no signs of rain, but it's actually raining. That's the evidence of the energies right now. So, ganina wala sign of the rains. Ngayon na yung topic natin, the ascension of life, mayroon ng rain. Ang dali sa blessing niabot. So, ganito talaga ang life natin sa mundo, and also what's going on right now. The final day of the planet's ascension is imminent, meaning it needs spiritual awareness. Hindi mo alam na yan na pala darating na, at saka yun na talaga yung panahon. So kailangan ngayon na handa tayo, kasi yung mga activities ngayon, ang message ng the Supreme Master sa taas. And that's why I'm thinking right now that I already have the book. I have done the first lesson of the book. In fact, I revised the volume 1 to make it simplified. Kasi mayroong mga abbreviation dyan, at saka word for word yung binalikan ko para maayos ko lahat, kasi Bible yan sa What's the Divine Revelation. And I have done. So if you have the copy of the book, you can share it. Wag na lang yung ibenta na sana natin yan para pang survival rin, pang logistic din sa grupo natin. Pero baka wala na tayong enough time na ma-share natin doon sa mga kaibigan, sa mga tao. Mabuti na lang yung mga tao makabasa sila sa Angels Contact and Connection, para kasakasakali na ma-enlighten sila, and then they would have the time, still a very short time, to connect with the angels of the Most High, kasi bigger activities for the activation of advanced energies are coming, and in fact it's going on right now. It's really going on right now. And then if you read the Bible, for example, the tribulation, and we are thinking in a positive way, so that's why the positive way will be constructed in this way, spiritual awareness. So we cannot say that nothing negative is happening, because if there are positive happening right now, likewise also the negative is happening right now. And which way of this path of life we are going to post or to position by this time. So we must choose art of life. Meaning art of life, we have the protections against virus, we have the protection against hunger, we have the protections against poison and all these things. We have protections against calamities or upheavals, and especially nuclear. We have protection, radiation. Kasi pag mayroong mga malaking mga sakuna na mangyayari in the case of that bigger events that the world will experience, we do not know when, because it is imminent, and we are already being embraced by the light of the Supreme Infinite. It means to say that it's time for preparation. That is why I would like to say, if you have the lessons of the Dugukan, and then the first book, for example, and just share it with your brothers and sisters. Bigyan na lang ninyo sila ng copy. And then that's why pag mayroon pa tayong logistic and enough logistic, we have to print it as much as we can and then give it to the people. Wala na yung mga bayad-bayad. Kay yung mga bayad, maski 5 or piso or 1 cent, we cannot bring it for the final ascension of life. We have already chosen our path of life. In my case, for example, and all the rest people also that followed the activities of Dugukan, I know that what's there inside their heart. Only lang, nakakataon lang na hindi tayo billionaires, hindi tayo maski millionaire lang. Kasi Pag nagkataon pa yan, we can finance and then we could have that copies of the book and give it to the brothers and sisters. And that would be a very big contribution we can do for the light working service activities for the entire planet. And that's it. That's why I'm saying that we are not being judgmental. Even the people who are not really good and they are bad because they committed the grave mistakes in life, and then we are not judgmental. Only that the thing that we are going to realize, we are very certain the application of the wisdom. Application of the wisdom. If someone will invite you to commit negative thing, and then if you allow, then you're not using your wisdom. You can suffer the negative consequence of the wrongdoing done in life. And that's why I always suggesting that listen deep within yourself. Stay in calmness, stay in peace and harmony, love peace and harmony, and that's the secret of life. And practice energy healing or divine healing all the time. And the art of energy healing would be your art of survival in this coming day. And as on this coming time, the art of survival is the divine healing, because when you are doing your divine healing, you are expanding your divine connection with the spiritual realm, with the higher dimensions, and then higher beings from higher dimensions will come to your aid in time of difficulties and whatever kind of situation, and so long as the difficulties, and then the higher beings are there present to embrace you and to save your life. And that's really vital by this time. Okay, so more power everyone, and joining with us right now, Habam Ray. More power. And also Romy Boy Sato Arisgado Matso.
Maayong hapon GM, nanugod na pod ang rainbow diri karon ila serval.
Yes, giduaw ka diha Romy Boy, more power. And also Brad Knight Tirizo Gamotan.
Maayong hapon GMPS 172, watching you right now.
Yes, Brad Knight Tirizo Gamotan, more power to you. And also Madan Isigani Panginahog.
Good afternoon, SGMPS 172 ug sa tanan.
Yes, Madan Isigani, more power to you. And also Igmat Irish Utok sa Liburon chapter.
Hi GMPS 172. Good afternoon. Watching you live here at Liburon chapter.
Yes, Igmat Irish, more power to you. And also regards sa tanang mga kaigsunan na to diya sa Liburon chapter. Mayong adlaw kaninyong tanan diha. Mayo na lang diri kay na may gipandungan mi karon dire sa Mancinitas o sa Dugukan Stars. Muna dili gyud ta maulanan. Sa panahon sa mga kalisdanan, pandungan ta sa mga manulunna sa kahayag. Dili ta maigo sa kalisdanan. Dili ta maigo sa mga katalagman. Sa mga katalagman, mga baha, linog, bagyo. Nga manamdom lang ko sa bagyo sa una katong o sa tunga bagyo nga Yolanda, na kusog kayo sila nga maibot ang mga haligi. Dire sa side hadlok na kayo mga tao pod kay pating kusuga sa bagyo kay maibot lagi kuno ng mga haligi sa balay. And taana ko sa with divine guidance nga na badjud ka kusog nga lang po to nga saling lang ta sa labaw magagahom nga mga manulunda dili na ta na iguna ng bagyo kay at least makaila po na sila nga kining panalibdan ta nila nga hangyo lang kita sa Ginoo nga kaluoy sa Dios ang hangin dito ra gyud sa tumoy mo na nga wala gyud nalambang nga lubi sa ato nga side walay nga tumbang nga mga dagko nga mga kahoy kay ang hangin nagpatumoy ra gyud mo na yung ana ang panalipod sa labaw magagahom pag siyang piton lang nato sila nga akong giingon ninyo follow your signal. Pag may signal kayo, specific kayo ang signal sa katawan, spiritual signal. Yung signal ng mga signal nga ibang mga signal. We're talking about signal of the spiritual foundation. Pag yung signal ninyo may danger, okay, so you have to do something. Block the bad lucks. And if your signal will tell you that you have to escape ka dyan, kay baka mag-tsunami dyan, or may baha dyan, or may lindol dyan, so escape ka na dyan. Mayroon kang 7 hours kapag malaking sakuna. Kaya you have to discern it. You have to discern their signal. Pag yung signal, talagang napakalakas yung signal na parang kurinti ka na sa signal, and then you have to discern it, and you still have 1 hour. If you cannot discern it in 1 hour, and then the signal will continue, and another hour, 2 hours na yung na lumampas or will pass, and then you still have 5 hours left kasi 7 hours. So with that 5 hours left, and then you still have time to escape. At ka doon sa mataas na lugar na walang mga landslide, at saka if you have your friends or brothers and sisters na talagang you're thinking na mangyayari yung mga negative, and you just invite them. That you not tell them directly, telling them that mayroong tsunami, mayroong lindol, mayroong bagyo, mayroong sakuna. Just tell them that okay, punta tayo doon sa bundok. Kasi parang masarap doon ang hangin. Do not tell na mayroong tsunami or mayroong kwan. You just tell them that baka yung signal na the way you discern the signal, iba yung ibig sabihin. Just in case lang. Para hindi sila na maging hindi sila makasabi na na baliw tayo kasi we are believing na mayroong mga ganyan at saka wala pala. So doon tayo, we'll just use wisdom, and then pagka magkataon din na mangyari talaga, then you are saving your loved ones. That's why follow the signal, and the signal is really vital. If you have your clear signal, so that's why by this time is enhancement of the divine connection. Okay, Divina Rubens Blaine.
Yes, many interruptions today, and in every moment, everyone should be vigilant to the energies going on. I think it's not the energies here, but it's the energy from the cosmos. Battle of light and dark started.
Yes, Divina Rubens Blaine. The negative and the positive energies, the battle between the negative energies and the positive energies. And spiritual awareness is vital by this time. We can enjoy life if we have spiritual awareness, and we can discern the energies lingering in our surroundings, and we have the signals from the divine connection of the Supreme Infinite, and we are always having the protection from the Most Infinite. More power to you, Divina Rubens Blaine. And also Brad Knight Terizo. Yes, Brad Knight Terizo. Rumi Boy, sa to aris gadong macho.
Mayong hapon GM, lain na pod Supreme Master signature karong hapon, nagpakita na pod ang rainbow diri ila Serval.
Yes, there is the signature of the Supreme Master right now, because the activation of the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Akara Star rainbow, more power. And it's really nice rainbow. Okay, so we have the picture of the rainbow. Okay, show it, haligi. It's a beautiful rainbow. So that's why pakita mo sa rainbow the signature of the Supreme Master. And that's why whenever we have the activities and there is the presence of the Supreme Master, the rainbow will appear. This is the rainbow. The rainbow of the Supreme Master appearing right now. And I'm saying that the place, that's why the Supreme Master is saying arrange the site, and the Supreme Master will make the illustration in the site. And where is the site? At the site, the name of the site is at the main capital of the now. So that's why that is the site, and this is the main capital of the now. The main capital of the now. The meaning of the now is now, today, and the meaning of today is now. So that's why if you are going to ask yourself when would be the right time to begin the realization, to begin our inner awakening, And then the answer for that is the main capital of the now is today. Today, while we are talking in this One is with all the star, it's the right now. Today is the now. More power, everyone. And it's Igmat Jume Shari Star.
It's raining now, SGM, but on the southern and western part of the sky is very sharp yung light. Very strong energy after your topic of vital part of the heavens revelation, SGM.
Yes, and that's why people will never listen when it comes to our explanation, how we are going to enlighten the hearts and the minds of the people. And that's why in our time, if we cannot do the task because it's beyond our potential, and there is always divine intervention. So that's why when the Supreme Master of Heaven, mag-igham na ang Supreme Master of Heaven, pariya na sa screen, mupurog ang screen. Okay, because naikuri-kurion ang Supreme Master ba? Sabot ana ang Supreme Master na asay puniton diha sa yuta o na asay pangitaon unya masag-ira niya ang kalibutan, malangas ang kalibutan, manang matikba ang kalibutan. And that's the way karon, that's the way na ulanan ng akong ulo sa blessing sa heaven. And it's meant to say that there is always the heaven's blessings that we are going to receive. And this is the part of the beautiful experience that I have, because the heavens are the roof of our home. And in the roof of our home, this heaven's roof has a hole, kay mayroong tubig na dumadaloy, at saka we can experience the blessings of the water from the heavens. It's really beautiful. And that's why it's different from the dimensions of the higher we're in. People or higher beings are not this way. They are having their experience, and that's why we should look for that ascension of life into higher dimension and experience the oneness with all the stars. And more power, everyone. Okay, so hinayaan ninyong mga tingog ninyo kay paminahon sa itong mga kaigsunan. Okay, so that's it. Okay, anyway, entertainment na siya. Sa Igmat Chimesa Restauro, it's raining now, but on the southern and the western, yes, Igmat Chimesa, it's raining. And in a few minutes from now, we are going to begin our distant energy healing. So we will begin our distant energy healing, okay, later on. And let's just anticipate that there is the presence of the Supreme Master. Anyway, the way I'm talking also is sending to you the correction from the bridging of the divine radiance of the Supreme Master of Heaven, Supreme Super Light Angels. When the preamble of the What's a Divine Revelation took place on top of Sudlun Mountain way back in 2007, and then two rainbows appear in the skies, and more of the activities we have, there were always the presence of the signature of the Supreme Master of Wisdom, the presence of the rainbow. So that's why I'm saying that the rainbow is the signature of the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Super Light Angels. And then the second book of Dugukan is Rainbow Bridge of Light. And what's the Rainbow Bridge of Light? If you are going to travel the multi-dimensional level of existence, astral world, you are going to travel with a connection of your silver cord. And then if you are going to travel into the beyond multi-dimensional level of existence, you cannot travel there with your silver cord alone, because that silver cord will be cut off. So that's why nobody can reach the beyond multi-dimensional level of existence without the Rainbow Bridge of Light. So it must be that the Rainbow Bridge of Light will shield up your silver cord, and you can survive reaching the beyond multi-dimensional level of existence. So that's why the second book would be Rainbow Bridge of Light. So what's up for the second book of Dugukan? Begin your study of the book of Dugukan. As I'm saying that When you're someone would like to learn the lessons of Dugukan and get to know the literature of Dugukan, so you will have your background and you can understand the lesson. It's quite difficult to discern the lessons of Dugukan, although you are listening this live conference that we're talking, because this live conference we talk so much about angels of the Supreme Light and the divine correction of the Supreme Master. And there are many reasons why you should have the copy of the book, because that's the book of the What's a Divine Revelation, or the book of Dugukan. And you have the lessons. You have the lessons. You have memorized already the 3 lessons of the Dugukan in the first book, and then the second book you are going to memorize the lessons, 25 lessons of the meditations of Dugukan. There are 25 lessons of Dugukan meditations. Anyway, 29, and then I included in the book are the 25 lessons or 24 lessons of the Dugukan meditations, and the different advanced elemental bodies. And that's really important. Basically, we have the knowledge, the body, mind, soul, and spirit. We are having the physical body, and within the physical body is the soul and the spirit. And you can see the picture of the body, mind, soul, and spirit, and the divine connection, which is higher foundation, wherein you will realize that the soul is not the immortal someone as what we are, who we are. Consciousness is immortal. It will linger forever. And then when consciousness is trapped with blinding ignorance, so much blinding ignorance, there is also transformation of the consciousness. So that's why we have to discern bigger for the reason of this ascension, and many more, many more, because the lessons that we are now sharing with everyone is direct from the Supreme Master of Wisdom. So that's why when you are going to ask, who is my master? And you do not really know who is my master, because this is the thing that I am now saying. If you come to me and follow me into the core of the sun, then I can let you see the true master of wisdom. And that's a promise and this concern, because there is the signature there, always the signature of the Supreme Master of Wisdom. And that's why wherever I go, there is always the presence of the Supreme Master, because I am with this divine formation, sharing the lessons of the Supreme Master of Wisdom. And the Supreme Master of Wisdom give me this knowledge as well, so I can impart this knowledge to everyone. It means to say that if I would say that I will teach you and let you see the light of the Supreme Master, I will not let you see the light of the fake Supreme Master. I will let you see the light of the true Supreme Master of Wisdom, and without changing your belief. Without changing your belief, because I believe what you believe. It means to say that we are only going to make it grow, that belief that we have, and make that belief into powerful faith, and make that powerful faith into soul realization, and make that soul realization into the foundation of the angels of the Most High. So it means to say there's no need to change our belief. We must love our belief. We must love our culture, because that's the beginning of understanding. Okay, so that's all, friends, brothers and sisters. And this one is with all the stars, and we are going to begin right now. That is that energy healing. So all you have to do is just to connect with my hands. And by connecting with my hands, I'm asking the presence of the Supreme Master of Heaven, Supreme Superlight, and just to send you divine healing connection for your healing. Prepare up your glass of water and we'll be sending to you the blessings for the water. You can drink your water. And then for everybody would like to enhance your divine healing connection, you can connect. It's done. So, atong pasalamat nito sa Supreme Master of Heaven, Supreme Superlight, and the Holy Infinity for the blessings that we receive. Everyone is receiving. More power, everyone. Okay, let's continue. And message from Mariam.
I feel very strong energy po, Sir GM. Nakaka-relax at nakaka-relieve po.
Yes, Mariam. Really nice energy today because the presence of the Supreme Masters in the heavens with us right now and with you wherever you are. Okay, so more power everyone and more message from our participants. Yes, Annie Belindes.
Maayong hapon, SGMPS 172 ug sa tanan Dugukan stars. Malipayong pagpaminaw sa balaan nga mga pagtulunan nga dili mabayaran og salapi. Daghang salamat.
Yes, more power to Annie Belindes. Okay, Mariam, a divine revenge plane.
Oh, I can perceive cold energy, but its strong, intense power ringing on my left is stronger. Is it from there? You really is powerful and your teaching is true.
Yeah, yes, I'm not powerful. The Supreme Master is the source of the power. It's not me. And you're perceiving the divine correction of the Supreme Master. And yes, who else?
Salamat na sir.
Okay, so really nice, friends, brothers and sisters, in this Oneness with all the stars, and more power, and keep up the vigor of your spirit. Receive, align, and adapt the bridging of the divine radiance of the Supreme Master of Heaven, Supreme Superlight, and thus more of the activities are coming up. The activities of the Most High, Supreme Superlight, and just not just here in this world, the entire universe. So get to know more about the mysteries of the Supreme Superlight Angels. More power, everyone. Wherever you go, always bring with you the love, peace, and harmony. Hasta la vista.